Back again, man. We back again, man. We back again.
Oh my gosh.
What is the cop supposed to do? This is a tough situation, man. You got to get your dog, man. These people are partly responsible for this. I don't know why the cops showed up. The cops there. You gotta keep your dog. The dog is only doing what he thinks is the right thing. The dog thinks he's protecting you.
Oh my gosh.
Look, she knew when she said, "Oh my gosh," she knew she was supposed to have that dog under control. She know that. That's why she said, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh."
Oh my gosh. God damn it.
Now he don't. Yeah, he don't know if the dog is going to start biting him. He's got to protect himself. Damn, he whomped that dog. Shit. God damn. Yeah, he did clap that dog. He clapped the dog. He hit the dog up. He clapped that dog up, man. He clapped that dog like that dog put him out of the club or something. Like that dog told him to leave. He had to leave a bar, man. He clapped that dog, man.
God damn it.
And people say, well, he took out his gun and within X amount of seconds, listen, when a dog is up on you, man, It looked like a black lab too. Damn, he clapped that dog, man. That was foul. Damn. He said this never would have happened to a white dog. That's my hometown. Don, the owner of the dog, is a good friend, and that cop pulled up, told them to put the dog away, and literally seconds after that, he got out of his car and started approaching. Before they could even get to the dog, he then fired 3 shots in the direction of the kids. Yeah, right. He did not fire 3 shots in the direction of the kids. Stop it. Davenport officer who shot dog in August 21st incident accused of running over dog a month before. He's not a dog guy, man. He's not a dog. Yeah, he's not a dog guy, man.
What car you in?
I ain't in any of these.
Let's go. Then you got to get out. Let's go.
Nah, I don't got to go nowhere.
You live here?
I don't got. Yeah, I live here. You don't got.
Okay,
what
what's your
you walking up on me like that for? What's up?
What's your address?
Take that vest off. Come on.
Take that vest off.
Come on. Take that vest off. You know. Come on. Take that shit off. Let's get it.
All right,
Let's get it, bro. What's up? What's up?
Do me a
Take
favor,
that shit off. Take that shit off.
Do me a favor.
Like you're not a bitch. Take that shit off. Come on. Nah, take that shit off. Let's get it.
Where do you live?
You're partner here like you're gonna do something. You ain't gonna do shit.
Where do you live, man?
I live right here. There ain't nothing about
What's
it.
your address?
Do something about it.
Huh?
How about that? Take your shit off and do something about it. You like I won't.
Like you what? You want what?
I ain't gonna say nothing on that camera.
What do you
So
do?
take that off.
What do you
Take
do?
it off and you see.
Okay,
Take
take
it
out
off
the
and
seat.
see. Yeah.
Let me get your ID.
You ain't gonna get shit.
Okay.
Take it off and you see. Well, what you laughing for? I'm writing your shit. Take it off.
Right now, back up. Back up.
I got it.
Hey, what's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all?
Nah, it's not.
Hey, back up. Back up now.
I got it. Help, where you going? It's all good. I ain't doing that. No, it's no big deal.
What alternative reality is this, man? What the hell is this, man? Where is this? Where in the world is this? Yikes.
It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Sit down. Tell it. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. I ain't do nothing.
I'm just helping. Tell me.
I didn't do nothing, bro.
You're about to hit me, dude.
I was not about to.
So why'd you bar your fist and get in my face?
Because, dude, you're running up on me.
Yeah, okay. What's going on with him? Step out. Step out. Hey, you got keys, bro.
I'm sorry. I was just hyped up, too.
410-4, I know we got a lot of subjects here. We got 110-15.
What's he going to do with it? What's he going to do?
If you get in my face,
I'm not in your face, bro. I'm sitting as close as he is, and you have a problem with him.
That's 3 feet of space.
You a
Don't
bitch,
stand
bro.
over there right now.
He's a bitch, bro. You bitch me, bro. You bitch me.
Riley, that's the brother in this 10-15. Just make sure he stays away. I told you several times. I said, hey, stop balling your fist. Chill out. All right, I accept your apology, but we didn't have to take it to this level, man.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just hyped up.
It's like 12, it's like 15 of you guys gonna let you punch me in the face. What do you think I am? I'll punch you back. Well, you look like you were gonna hit me.
I know, I apologize.
All right, why'd you have what's all the balling up your fist?
Sorry, Tom. There's a situation going on, sir. Honestly, I apologize.
Yeah, but listen, man. Listen to me. Anytime you come across police, you ball up your fist and get in somebody's face. I'm not. You know what do you think? I'm a punching bag. I'm gonna let you punch me in the face.
No, I know, sir. Trust
Okay,
me.
so-
If you would taste me, I'd understand. Truthfully, like you got me in my ribs a couple times. It's fair.
Dude, yeah, 'cause- yeah. I don't know what your gig is, but I appreciate you calming down. But
Like I thought, man, I'm sorry.
okay, I listen. It's not personal, man. I'm doing my job. I appreciate you being sorry, but you know you screwed up. Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. I was acting big and tough. I got.
Where the hell is that, man? Yeah, they all got that. That's true. Yeah, they all. Yeah, that's crazy. That praying man's is like, relief. The hairworm, also known as the Nima tomphora, is a parasitic worm that has a particularly gruesome and fascinating relationship with its host, praying mantis. The parasitic interaction is a striking example of how certain parasites can manipulate the behavior of their host in order to complete their life cycle. Hairworms are long, slender, parasitic worms that belong to the phylum Nymphora. They're usually found in aquatic environments during their adult stage, but their larvae inside the bodies of terrestrial insects, such as crickets, beetles, and notably praying mantises. The hairworm life cycle is complex, requiring them to transition between these two vastly different environments. Life cycle of the hairworm begins in water, where adult hairworms release their eggs. These eggs hatch into larvae, which are then consumed by small aquatic animals like insects or indirectly by terrestrial insects that prey upon the aquatic creatures. When a praying mantis consumes an infected insect, the hairworm larvae enter the mantis's digestive system. Once inside the mantis, the larvae begin their parasitic phase. They penetrate the gut wall and make their way into the body cavity where they begin to grow, feeding on the host's tissue. Over time, the hairworm can grow to an astonishing length, often several times longer than the host itself, all while coiled inside the mantis. One of the most fascinating aspects of the hairworm mantis relationship is the worm's ability to manipulate the behavior of its host. As the hairworm matures, it needs to return to an aquatic environment to complete its life cycle. However, praying mantises are terrestrial and avoid water. To overcome this obstacle, the hairworm secretes chemicals that affect the nervous system of the mantis, compelling it to seek out and jump into water, a behavior entirely unnatural to the mantis. Once the mantis enters the water, the hairworm emerges from the mantis's body. The process is dramatic and often fatal for the mantis as the long hairworm wriggles out and returns to the water to begin a cycle anew. The infection typically leads to the death of the praying mantis, either due to physical trauma of the hairworm emergence or from drowning. Even if the mantis survives the hairworm exit, is often severely weakened and unlikely to recover. The parasitic relationship highlights the complexity of ecosystems and the intricate ways in which different species interact. The hairworm's ability to control its host behavior demonstrates a remarkable evolutionary adaptation, allowing it to bridge the gap between terrestrial and aquatic environments. The relationship between hairworms and praying mantises is a testament to the incredible and sometimes macabre strategies that parasites can evolve to ensure their survival by manipulating their host's behavior. Hairworms complete their life cycle in an environment entirely different from where they started, showcasing the adaptability and cunning of a parasitic organism. Wow, that's crazy. What's happening, guys? We in here.
You need water?
He's coming. He's coming.
I got some water.
Come on, Stone. Come on, boy. You got it. You get in there, boy. You get in there. Boy.
All right, come on.
Come on. Let it go. Come on. You got it, Stone. You got it, baby. You got it. 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 You got it, baby. You got it. You got it. Oh, be careful with it. Be careful with it. Let's get up on the zone. He good. He good. I want you to get him to the vet.
Yeah.
And let him double check it. You good, boy. I love you, boy. You got it. 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 You got it.
And that's a serious rescue.
That's a serious
You got
question.
it, baby. You got it. You got it.
You're in the right place at the right time, my brother.
Right place at the right time.
I was wondering why you were standing there.
I know. I was freaking out.
I
I
was
was
just walking my
looking for you
dog.
because I had just saw you pass, and but I didn't come
I was
on you,
parked right there, but I saw you talking to him. You got it, boy. You got it.
and I didn't bring my phone because we just do our normal.
Do you still need to make that
Wi-Fi.
call?
Yeah, can you call my husband?
That's what's up. That's what's
Oh
up,
my
y'all.
God.
Saving lives. That's how we do
Oh
it.
my gosh.
That's how we do it. Stone, give me a hug, boy. Yeah. Tell me your name.
Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Salute to all my Patreon members, man. Salute to all the Patreon members, man. Salute to everybody who got the Patreon. Salute to everybody. Make sure you support the channel, guys.
Car break-in left a teenager without all of his belongings just before he was about to move into his new dorm. The student was staying at a hotel last night before moving day at Goldie Beacon College in Wilmington. After he woke up this morning, he found his belongings were gone. Action News reporter Charles Watson has more.
Touchdown Ewing says he was excited to move in and start his freshman year at Goldie Beacon College, where he's on scholarship for track. But that feeling of excitement quickly changed to anguish after he says someone broke into his mother's car and stole all of his belongings. But passionate as I...
Hold on, is that kid walking backwards? Hold on, what the hell?
Someone broke into his mother's car and stole all of his belongings. But passionate as I...
Am I tripping? Is that me, man? Am I tripping? I need to know, man. Am I tripping?
And stole all of his belongings. But passionate as I... belongings. But passionate as I... The anguish after he says someone broke into his mother's car and stole all of his belongings. But passionate as I... Window was like broken open and doors. He says the break-in happened in the parking lot of this Ramada Hotel in Chapter.
You said the sound is jacked up? Is the sound's messed up, guys? What's wrong with the sound? It's too fast. Yo. Let me play a different video, man. Let me see if it's just this video. How this
The Shelby County District Attorney's Office says it has filed an emergency request for another court to review the case of 30-year-old Dejuan Gunn. He's accused of shooting 4 people outside of the town restaurant earlier this month, but a judge released him on his own recognizance. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Steph.
What does it sound like? The video sounds like it's 2 times the speed.
and the character was simply created to be Bugs' foil in the cartoon. Time that content in the Looney Tunes library was taken out of rotation for the use of ethnic stereotypes and outdated content.
How's that? Wow. This is strange, man. I've never had this problem before. I've never had this problem before. I don't know. Let me see how it sounds. Let me go to
In fact, there exists another group of cartoons that are considered so offensive they were deemed too inappropriate for broadcast and have been banned. That are considered so offensive.
Oh wow. 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 It is. That's why I chose that one, because it's like, yo, if it's this one, we'll see. We'll see. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Learning new information on a major prostitution ring, the GBI and local police arrested 17 people, including an assistant football coach from a Catholic high school in Metro Atlanta.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. We said clip. I don't think this is the play speed. I just looked at all my settings, man. Let me see something, man. This is something with StreamYard. This is something with StreamYard. This is something with StreamYard. Now this isn't he said Chinese hackers ain't no slackers. Yeah, something, man. This is StreamYard. This isn't I'm hearing the video fine.
At St. Pius Catholic School in Chamblee.
I'm hearing the video perfectly fine.
On the web.
This got to be StreamYard because I'm hearing the video perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm having issues, man. Um, wow. You say China owns StreamYard or something? Why y'all keep saying that? Does China own StreamYards? When I play the video, it sounds normal to me. I'm hearing it normal, but when I watch it on YouTube, it's all it's not just Borg and it's cutting in and out. It's Borg and it's doing all this stuff. Oh man. Jeez Louise, man. This is no good, man. This is no good. This StreamYard app is screwed up, man. Wow. 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 I can't. Wow, I don't know what's going on, man. I have no idea what's going on, man. Um, I'm looking to see what they do. I don't know what how to fix this. Does anybody know? Drop the link. All right, let me drop the link. Shout out to Rocky Dennis, man. He said $5 accepted. $5 challenge accepted. It feels good, real good. Yeah, man, it feels good, man. It feels good to support your favorite channel, man. It does feel good, man. Oh, I have no clue what's going on. I ain't trying to tinker with these buttons either, just like these settings. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. On Reddit, a lot of people say they're having this issue. What's up, man?
Yo. Um, so yeah, this is definitely a StreamYard issue because you're not hearing it, right?
No, I'm not hearing it when I play
Yeah,
it.
it's an issue that is developing when you're passing the video through StreamYard. So I think what I've seen suggests maybe if you use a different browser, like if you're able to exit the session in StreamYard and use a different browser right now to reconnect to it, that might help. My other guess would be possibly to restart the computer, but I'm not sure if that will do it either because, like, this is something that seems to be going through StreamYard.
Right.
Like, you have the link, right? If you're able to leave, can you rejoin it?
Yeah.
And you're
So I
using
should.
like Chrome right now,
I'm using Lenovo.
your browser
Uh,
could
hold
be
on.
Microsoft Edge or Chrome, most likely.
Fire. Not. What's this one called? I
Could be
forgot what the
Firefox,
name of.
maybe.
No, it's not Firefox. It's What is this thing called? Hold on. Microsoft Edge.
Okay. Do you have Google Chrome? Do you know if you type in your little search bar at the bottom left, Chrome, does that come up with anything?
Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have Google. I think I have Google Chrome on here, but Chrome. The reason I don't use Chrome for my StreamYard is because it acts up. It was always a problem when I streamed on Chrome.
Hmm.
So I stopped doing that a while ago, like years ago. But I can try to
I mean,
stream to do.
yeah, I think it'd be worth it. Or if you want to try something, that my suggestion would be to, leave it, come back into it, see if that helps. Hopefully, it's not something where you have to like stop the stream and create a new one.
When you say leave it, you mean like
I don't know exactly. I've never streamed it with StreamYard, but I know that you've been like kicked out before, and the stream still stays open.
right?
And it might
Exactly.
just be a matter of you having to leave and come back in. Like, I wonder
Um,
if I tried to share something and stream it, if it would have the same audio problems. Maybe I could try that.
Go ahead.
All right, let me look up the video you had here.
He said Control Alt Delete used to do it. Not anymore, man.
All right, wait, let's see. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can just share. It will let me share my whole screen.
Yeah, it should let you share.
Okay, yeah, I got it here. Hold on. Hear that? See that?
Yeah, okay, there you go.
In Metro Italy.
Go ahead.
Channel 2's Tom Regan live at St. Pius Catholic School in Chambly, and
I hear that fine.
arrested responded to ads.
Interesting. What about the chat?
Play it some more.
Investigators put up on the web.
Addressing the GBI tells me they do this type of operation like 4 times a year. They never know who they're going to snag. However, last week it included a coach at this prominent Catholic high school.
It began in the digital footprint.
Yeah, yours sounds fine.
Posting an ad on a commercial sex website.
Ryan Hilton is Assistant Special Agent in charge of the
Yours sounds fine.
To me, then that would suggest that the problem is something on the computer. Like rebooting is what I would say, or sign out and sign
All right,
back
I'm
into
gonna
Windows.
reboot. All right, you hold it down. You
Yeah,
hold it
Chief,
down while
I'll
I
hold
do
it
that.
down for you.
All right.
What up, Ock Nation? It's the Hot Black Desiato show now. Welcome, welcome. I didn't have anything prepared for this, so y'all have to forgive me. But hopefully, Ock will be back shortly here. I think it's something with the PC. The fact that I'm able to connect to here and stream and it works, I don't think it's a problem with the stream. At least that's what that suggests to me. I believe panelists have always been able to share. At least I've always seen that. Although I don't think that we do that very often. Yeah, man, I came and I colonized the show. The other thing that might be going on is if Ock has a bunch of tabs and other stuff open. I'm not going to speculate on what, but if there's a bunch of other tabs and things going on, that might be affecting the streaming quality of the video he's putting through it. Oh yeah, I guess I can play the video.
GBI's Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit, or HEAT. Using the web, they work to ensnare people paying for sex, which may involve victims of human trafficking and those who are profiting from their activities. Last week, they arrested 17 people at a Chambly hotel, including...
Whoa, hold up. There's a lot of darker skinned individuals here. I thought this was a primarily glider crime.
Hotel.
Hey man, you
I
want to try it
leave for
again?
1 minute and y'all come back and you on my show being racist, man. What the hell going on, man?
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Shit, man.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
God damn it, man. So yeah, look, let me try. Let me see something. Wait, let me see. Did you bring burner account up? Let me see.
Oh
Burner
no,
account.
I can't bring anyone up.
Oh, you can't. Okay. Let me see something. Let me share my screen. Let
You
me
got
see.
it.
Let me see. Oh, that's good to know though. Let me see. All right, let's see. All right.
Getting your car stolen in Baltimore.
Damn, it's the same thing. What did you do? Did you reboot the computer?
I just I restarted it. Yeah, rebooted. Yeah.
The whole computer? Like you turned it off and
Yeah.
back on again, that kind of thing?
Yeah. Uh huh.
That's interesting.
And it's the same. It sounds the same.
Yeah, from what I caught of it real quick. That is perplexing.
Hold on.
Common occurrence. But lately, the numbers are improving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Said maybe try a different browser. Yeah. I used to do Vivaldi. And
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a throwback.
Yeah, Vivaldi was but it just started doing this. That's the thing. Like it didn't do this before. This is something new. Did you know my coverage for my McAfee expired?
Probably.
Something?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't expect that to have anything to do with this.
Okay. Yeah, I use Microsoft Edge, but let me see if I can use another one.
I mean, I've been searching for this for a while, and I'm not seeing anything about audio issues with the shared screen video in StreamYard. It's all about like audio issues from broadcasting, which you're not having any problem with your own audio, or like we're not hearing any issues with your microphone. That is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you running anything else on the computer at the moment?
Well, no, I stopped running everything else. I stopped.
Word.
I just had like tabs open like I always do.
Well, I would close any other ones if you do have them open. So one thing that I saw suggested that maybe it could be that it's probably not your internet, because like you never have this issue with the internet.
Right.
It's always something.
Yeah. I noticed it when I was recording my videos earlier for StreamYard, like recording using the videos to record.
Yeah,
And I
and
can't
this has
restart the
happened
video.
before. The way the video is screwed up, like, it sounds familiar. I remember hearing it.
Oh wow. This is crazy, man. I gotta go to. I gotta
Yep.
go to
Just for the chat, this is not an issue with the playback speed of the video. There's no, the playback speed is set to normal.
Yeah. This is some other shit.
Just that other shit.
Yeah, man. I am straight up. This is the made nigga. This is the made son man tired, man. This is made son man tired.
I mean, if you rebooted the computer and you came back up and you went straight to StreamYard, I don't think that there's a whole lot else running that would be taxing things, and it shouldn't really be that much resource in use anyway by this, I don't think.
Yeah. But I always have stuff up, right? And a lot of stuff running. This is just something that just recently started happening. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue, man. I'm just trying to log into this
I mean, the
Chrome, man.
audio's. Oh, wait, you're just trying to. You should just be able to open it. Oh, you have to log into StreamYard.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the StreamYard is up in Chrome. All right, let's see.
We exit and Edge and rejoin in Chrome.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me exit out of here on there. On here.
What do you think, burner account? Do you have Judaic interference here?
Man, I knew you're going to bring that up eventually.
The one thing we haven't considered.
Yeah, always watching, right?
PN, I do it for a living, and I've done it for over a decade. So
yeah, we need Nigtow in here to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Mike, the police officer, or whatever his name was.
It would be a entertaining stream, at least.
Hey, did that guy ever come back?
I don't know. I think it might be too much for his delicate sensibilities here.
No, I don't like. I personally, I want as many of those people to be here as possible. Like for no other reason than just like comedy, but like I don't know.
Yeah, he got Nick pilled.
It's kind of like I don't know. It just kind of sucks where like you're just like banished to the corner of the internet for I don't know, basically just saying things that not only do you and the nation feel are true, but nation meaning Auk Nation, but like low key, most people think are true, but won't allow themselves to like say it out loud.
Let's see. Let's see if all right. Let me see. I'm up, so I'm here. So let me see if I can play a video. Let me see if I can play a video. Shit, the fuck is happening? Let me see if I can play a video. Okay. Let me see if I can play a video right quick. Where am I? All right. Present Shit.
Live here because it's
Bam.
because everyone pretty knows.
They're still doing it?
No, I think that's better.
Looks and sounds normal to me. I
You
just
got
see a
Mark in the back too.
scary ass Sun Queen.
Yeah, I mean that face ain't nothing to look at, but the audio does sound better.
You don't think she's beautiful, man?
I don't know. Maybe it's cultural
negatory.
difference. You know, beauty is different to different people, right?
Yeah. Did you just say you people?
Something
did.
like that.
Oh man.
Y'all people.
Christ.
Yeah. This is the glider stream now.
Wow.
Yeah, we've taken over, colonized the whole thing.
I'm telling you, man.
No, I got a pass on this one.
I'm getting a unanimous pass.
Oh man, you acting up.
Yeah, you must hate your mother.
Yeah, your sound is messed up, man. Your sound is messed up, Mark. Let's see. Let me see. All right.
Live here because it's calm, because everyone pretty much knows everyone, and you don't experience a lot of this type of violence.
Tonight, we have team coverage of the impact of youth crime throughout our area.
In a moment, Mackenzie Frost has a closer look at Carthage.
Make sure you guys support the channel, man. This is a great night to support the channel. After all this, the channel.
Any
is
night's a
going
great
through.
night.
Yeah, any night's a great night, but you know, most people just stand on the wall nowadays, man. Yeah, go ahead.
How do I sound?
Better.
You sound all right. Yeah, you sound all right.
You're good, Mark.
Yeah, you're good.
Thefts in Baltimore, but our team coverage begins with Keith Daniels and the latest on the shooting investigation in Columbia. Keith?
Well, Kai, Howard County police say the suspect, 17-year-old Marshall, or rather William Marshall III, is an Oakland Mills High School student on the run, they say, accused of murder. And tonight, police are asking for the public's help to find him. At the mall in Columbia and Howard County, for some customers, it's business after the unusual. A deadly shooting that happened inside the mall near the food court still resonating among residents, including with a nearby restaurant manager who was working that day.
We were all just taken back. A lot of phone calls coming in, making sure everyone's okay. A lot of people moving around and a lot of chaos. We were wondering what was going on.
It doesn't usually happen here in Columbia, Howard County, this part of Columbia.
Tonight, new developments in the case. Howard County Police releasing the name and photo of the suspect, identified as 17-year-old William Marshall III, who also goes by the name of Junior. He's wanted for first-degree murder in the fatal shooting that happened July 27th at the mall in Columbia. Investigators say he targeted the victim, 17-year-old Angelo Little, who was pronounced dead at the scene. Detectives believe the suspect and victim knew each other, but they don't have a motive yet for the shooting. Tonight, reaction to the latest from police.
They say that who is the person who did it, then yes, I'm glad they are taking necessary steps to capture him and put him where he needs to be.
We're happy. I'm happy that there's progress that's being made. At the same time, I'm sad. I'm saddened by this youth violence.
Earlier this month, police released surveillance video of the suspect's movements through the mall before and after the shooting. Those images released.
Wow. Wow, they just looking sneaky and just.
Bro, just the way they walk, they're up to no fucking good, man. Like they're just
The walk
fucking
of a
vermin.
predator.
Yeah, they are predators. Real talk, they are predators.
The bop of a predator.
Yeah, just looking like a fucking cat burglar in a 1960s sitcom and shit. This, it's just all the just
Pink Panther shit.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Black Panther.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
That there's progress that's being made. At the same time, I'm sad. I'm saddened by this youth violence.
Earlier this month, police released surveillance video of the suspect's movements through the mall before and after the shooting. Those images released several days after the incident. At the time, police questioned about the delay.
Well, the first surveillance video that we saw, as you can see from those images in the hallway, there are no distinguishing features. You cannot see the shooter's face. You cannot see any distinguishing marks about him. When our detectives went through this footage from this very extensive camera system, hundreds and hundreds of hours, then they were able to search through and find other images of the shooter that in fact could be more useful.
Wow. These kids are shooting people in the mall and just looking crazy, man.
And we continue to follow that breaking news off the top here at 11. A D.C. police officer accidentally shot and killed while picking up a suspect's gun from a storm drain. We learned that he died just hours ago from his injury.
What? What?
He shot himself picking
From
up
a
a gun.
storm drain, we learned that he died just at 11. A D.C. police officer accidentally shot and killed while picking up a suspect's gun from a storm drain. We learned that he died just hours ago from his injury.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened earlier this evening, that incident in the area of 295 and Kenilworth Avenue Northeast. Fox 5 has live team coverage tonight at 11. Josh Rosenthal with more on what led up to the shooting.
But we begin with our Shamari Stone, who's outside of MedStar Washington Hospital Center, where we learned of that tragic update in the last hour. Shamari.
It's a very tragic situation here outside of Washington MedStar Hospital Center. I tell you, you see these officers, many of them just look very shaken up, very concerned, upset after what happened. They made the announcement around 45 minutes ago stating that Officer Wayne David died in the line of duty. Let me move out of the way. This is the emergency room right here, and this is where the plainclothes officers, uniform officers, and the top brass would walk in and out of. Moments ago, we shot video of a very special moment, very sad. Let's show that video. You had hundreds of officers standing parallel near this door at the hospital, and the body of Officer Wayne David was brought out, and there was a U.S. flag draped over it, and officers were saluting him. He has been with MPD for more than 25 years, a member of the Violent Crime Suppression Division for more than 15 years, and recovered hundreds of guns. Some officers tell me he was well-liked, a mentor, a leader, an actual member of the community. He actually lived in D.C., loved D.C. Dozens of uniform MPD officers, plainclothes officers are here. Now, Officer David was airlifted here to the hospital in critical condition after police say the suspect that Josh Rosenthal will tell you more about placed a gun inside the storm drain on southbound Interstate 295. Officer David tried to recover the gun from the storm drain, and then it discharged, firing, hitting him in the upper body. And police describe Officer David as a true hero. And this.
So does the suspect get a murder charge for that?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I don't know, man. I mean, the
Definitely
officer
not.
died in the commission of a felony. Because I mean, if he was committing a felony and someone dies in the commission of a felony, you can
But what if
charge
he's
for it.
arrested before you pick the gun up?
Yeah, we got to get the facts.
This death is in the line of duty. Therefore, he will get appropriate honors with ceremonies and tributes. I'm Shamari Stone. Back to you.
Hey,
I mean, that's fucking tragic, but kind of seemed like a fatal accident, you know?
Yeah.
This is WUSA 9 News at 11, and we start with some breaking new details on a story we've been following for you since 6 p.m. A longtime D.C. police officer is shot on the job. Thank you for staying up with us. I'm Leslie Foster. Less than an hour ago, we learned that officer has died. Police released this picture of the man they say is involved here about 2 hours.
Son, man.
Yeah, well.
You know, in a grand scheme, if he didn't have to be picking up after this fucking son man, who I'm sure didn't do nothing wrong, you know, then maybe he wouldn't have died. He only had to be picking that gun up out of the gutter because of him.
Yeah.
It's always them. Why is it always them?
Oh, I mean, I didn't think for 1 second it wasn't them. This one, not
Right.
for 1 second. Kenilworth, I know. Oh my God, yeah. But it doesn't matter where. Had I not known this area, I would have assumed that it was them.
Years ago, and here it is. Police say the officer was shot trying to recover a gun this man allegedly tossed into a storm drain. Tonight, our Alexis Wainwright joins us live from MedStar Hospital. That is where the officer was taken. Alexis, are we getting any more details about how we got to this tragic ending?
Well, Leslie, we're learning a lot tonight, but first we want to talk about the emotional scene we're seeing here at the MedStar Washington Hospital. We want to show you some video of the convoy that is leaving the hospital right now. We saw hundreds of officers here. We also know that DC Mayor Muriel Bowser is also here at the hospital. A lot of emotion from them coming together to mourn the loss of that officer while they're here at the hospital learning this news. Now, as you mentioned, Leslie, less than an hour ago, DC police confirming what some of my sources told me earlier this evening, that investigator Wayne David did not survive his injuries. This all happening from an accident that claimed the life of a veteran police officer. Late tonight, MPD's executive assistant chief had words of praise for the fallen officer.
Wayne is a true hero to the District of Columbia, and today he gave his life to serve the visitors and the residents here in the District of Columbia, and we will never forget that.
That officer was collecting a gun out of a storm drain as evidence when that firearm went off. The bullet struck him in the upper body. We've learned that officer has been with MPD for over 25 years and assigned to Violent Crimes Division for at least 15 years.
He has recovered hundreds of guns across the city. He has been the savior to many scenes, to many people in our community. He is known across the community.
It all started around 5:40 Wednesday. Police say officers with the Violent Crime Suppression Division saw a suspicious vehicle and a man stopped and got out of the car. Police say when officers went to talk to him, he ran from the area and jumped onto 295 southbound.
Where officers observed him place a firearm inside of the storm drain.
That's when police say the suspect crossed over to the northbound lanes and jumped onto the back of a motorcycle and was able to get away.
There's no indication that he knows the person. However, that will be part of the investigation.
The investigation closed DC 295 in both directions for hours. And 295 has since reopened. Now, tonight, police are asking anyone with information or who can identify that suspect in those pictures to contact them directly. That phone number is 202-727-9099. You can also text into that number and leave a tip. Now, again, emotional scene here outside of the hospital as they again mourn the loss of one of their own. A lot of people knew this man and a lot of them are heartbroken tonight, Leslie.
Of his family and his extended police family and the community that clearly he has done so much to help serve and protect. The number is on the screen. Hopefully someone will give police a call.
I'm willing to put that body on that son, man, because he, it's just doing all this extra shit. All this fucking I'm going to run and fucking flee into the interstate and then fucking, try and drop my gun and fucking cause inconvenience and chaos to all of civilization in my immediate vicinity, and just as the fucking cherry on top, the cop accidentally shoots himself up picking up his fucking gun that he ditched.
Even if you don't put the body on him, he's got another incognito body anyways, right? So it's not
he'll have one very soon. I mean, it's just the
one very
foregone
soon.
conclusion, basically. You got a dude looking like that. It's not a good sign. Ock is taking a micro nap.
Yeah, I think he might have got Ock too.
Stray. Oh man, Mark, you still there? You got Mark as well.
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still there.
Oh, good.
He's here.
Yeah, I'm at the bar. That's all.
Wait, Ock, were you sleeping or did you freeze?
No, that technical difficulties made me tired, man.
Okay.
It's like, damn. That shit wore me out. It wore me out mentally. Support the channel, guys. One person taking the $5 challenge tonight, man. One person.
Who's this chick from Nepal?
One on Rumble has. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw this earlier.
Breaking news. We just confirmed that a suspect has been arrested in connection with the death of a 21-year-old student from Nepal. She was found shot.
Give me an ID on the suspect.
Bro, it
Douglas
better
Houston?
not be a son. It better not be a son.
I mean, you're in Houston, H-Town, man. I mean,
I don't think this is a son. I think it's Ambrita.
It's one of the two. Yeah, probably one of the two.
it could be either. It could be either.
Ambrito does a lot of domestic things.
Give us like a white guy for once, though.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Nepal is like kind of like in that Muslim Asia like region, that region between Muslim and Asia. So it's like could be
It's
jealous
above
baby.
India, so it's mostly
Yeah,
that
It's
kind of thing.
From her
Buddhist, yeah.
country, something like somebody from her country that was like, you
That
stayed
makes
out
sense.
late, or you wore a short skirt or some shit, and they killed her.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I doubt it. I bet this is domestic and
It's a son
endemic
or one of her
population.
people.
Oh, let's see, man.
I don't
The
think this
death
is
in
like
her
an honor
Southwest
killing.
Houston apartment. We want to thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. We want to get right to KPRC2's Bryce Newberry. He is live at the HPD substation with this breaking news. And Bryce, a source confirming this arrest to you just minutes ago.
That's right, Daniela. Keith, that update coming in just in the last 10 minutes after I spoke with Muna Pandey's friends earlier this evening. They, of course, are devastated. They tell me that she is an only child here in Houston to earn an education. She does not have any immediate family in the United States. And again, just in the last 10 minutes, Houston police have confirmed with me they arrested that suspect connected to her murder on a traffic stop earlier this evening, just hours after they released a surveillance image of him. Muna Pandey came to the United
She was fucking fine as frog hair, man. Damn.
States in 2021 with big dreams and just her suitcases. The 21-year-old from Nepal wanted to become a travel nurse and work hard enough to someday bring her mom to visit.
What I really admire about her is like she came here alone to America,
she was.
built herself a life. She always believed in herself.
But she's not showing herself.
She's fine, man, for real.
Yeah, let's look like son.
America, built herself a life. She always believed in herself.
Nobody can
She
have
always had the confidence that she can do it.
Her friends, speaking only with KPRC2, are scared to reveal their identities and shocked that she's suddenly gone.
I didn't believe it because I was like, there's no way, like, I just can't imagine something happening to her.
Houston police got called to the reserve at 6363 Apartments in Southwest Houston after staff got an anonymous call reporting a body inside the unit. Monday evening, investigators found Pandey dead, shot multiple times, and released this surveillance video of a man they now call a suspect.
Oh!
Told you.
So is that a glider? Looks like one.
Like Alexander Barrington.
Bags,
Glider.
yeah, the Alex type.
Glider was probably taking care of some finances.
Yeah.
Look at that nose, though. Could be the
Yeah, that's
crew.
not a John Smith type of glider. I'll say that much.
He wanted to be a sugar daddy, and she was like, okay, but it's not gonna get you anything. And he was like, I guess this can happen though. Like the reason this older guy's not around that girl for no
He
reason.
could be older. He could be older, like Nepali or something. Maybe this is like honor killing.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
What's going on here?
He does look very Arab in the face, but let's
Seen walking out of her apartment, time-stamped just before 10 Saturday night, after friends say they stopped hearing from her.
For it to happen in her home, it's just it's just hard to describe.
Outside her front door, this friend brought flowers to a growing memorial with a message that reads, "Fly high, sweet girl."
Nobody's gonna forget her. Nobody can forget her. She just had that type of personality.
Friends say they don't recognize the man.
I can't even imagine or like wrap my head around what she went through when like she saw a man with a gun. And
They describe her as cautious about sharing her address, even with friends.
the pain I'm going through is nothing compared to what she went through.
And wish they could have more time, more laughs, and more memories to see her dreams come true. And police tell me that after they released those surveillance images of the suspect, some calls came into the department. They were then able to match that info with some of the information that they had already put together, as well as with the surveillance that they had. Detectives tell me that suspect is being questioned right now. As for the friends of Panday, they tell me that their focus now is on helping her mother, some more than 8,000 miles away. She needs an emergency visa to get here to the U.S. to continue fighting for justice for her daughter. We're live in Southwest Houston. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Such a tragic story, Bryce. Thank
Wow.
It's so fucked up. You come like all the way across the fucking world, get murked by some dude here.
Yeah, so crazy.
Well, look, America, that's what America is now. So that's part of the game, right? So you got to evaluate the risks.
Only on 2 of Pearland students says he was singled out and punished for a vape that he didn't even have. Tonight, the family is speaking only to our Devin Clark. He joins us from outside Glenda Dawson High School with their story and how the school is responding. Devin.
Not only does the family say they have proof their son is innocent, they say the explanation the school gave for punishing him here last Monday just isn't adding up.
This all a team picture, me, coach talking highly of me.
Rodney Bonham Jr. is a senior and star football player at Glenda Dawson High School in Pearland. He says he stays out of trouble and focuses on maintaining his 3.6 GPA. But now he's been placed in in-school suspension and will soon be temporarily transferred to an alternative school over a THC vape he claims he never had.
So let me ask you, Rodney, did you have the vape?
No, sir.
What we were told by the assistant principal was
What's up with
he was in the restroom and the vape detector went off.
Rodney's parents say they learned there were 2 other students in the bathroom at the same time, but Rodney...
But one of the stops was to the nurse's office where they checked him to see if he had any type of weed on him, see if he was under the influence. Everything came back negative.
The family appealed the disciplinary actions Rodney faces, but it was denied. Details on the memo they provided don't mention any detector going off, but do state that after reviewing footage, statements from students and a teacher, it was found that the teacher saw Rodney drop something while walking, and students saw Rodney drop a vape before another student picked it up and put it in another student's backpack.
This was my first time seeing this, saying that it was dropped on the floor. He never mentioned that.
The principal never mentioned.
Correct. At the meeting.
The school findings also state the vape was tested and found to have THC in it.
So we took him to a facility, third-party facility, had him checked. There's no nicotine in the system. There's no marijuana. There's no THC. There's nothing. Everything returned negative.
We reached out to Pearland ISD. Officials say they are unable to comment on student matters, but sent us a link to their student code of conduct. They say aligns with House Bill 114, a Texas law that mentions mandatory placement in alternative school for misconduct, including possession of vapes. But Rodney's parents say that shouldn't apply to their son.
My thing is if he really did it, punish him. But we're proving it's not in this system, but you told me that in order for this detector to go off, he had to have used it.
The family adds that even putting Rodney in alternative school for 30 days puts his college football career in jeopardy because he is going to be missing crucial games that talent scouts could possibly attend. They add that the school has shown them no evidence of their findings, and they plan to appeal the decision once again, this time with the district and the superintendent. Reporting in Pearland, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.
Well, I could sleep, but I think he had it, but he didn't do it. He was trying to hold it for one of his friends.
So is this school? Is it immediate?
No, I don't think he's done it. He's an athlete. He know he got to stay clean, but he hangs out with certain sons that he got to, still be cool with. And they were doing the vape.
I don't think it's even that big of a deal, but I'm just wondering, like, is this like a no exception first strike policy here? If you have this, you're going to be expelled. Is that what they were saying? Or maybe has there been trouble in the past? I don't know. He seems like, pretty on the
upfront. To be honest, they could look. They could bypass this, but the problem is the backlash. Or you let superstar athletes get it, but if it was a regular kid, you won't let them get it. So it's like they're trying to stay their ground. But my school, My high school, they'll swept that under the rug.
They just swept it under the rug. Yeah, I mean, that shit is so common now.
Yeah, I think it's a mixed school, but if it's all a Sun school, they would have let it slide.
Well, you can't like turn the tide on it, right? I mean, you couldn't spend much time doing anything else if you had to stop everybody that was coming in like that.
Pretty much, it's just one of those. He's gonna have to know now. If they let him slide, he can't hang out with those Suns no more. Like he knows.
What is the biggest problem at the school that you teach at? I mean, would you say it's like if there's any problems, you know?
My school, it's DNA. It's just DNA. I make fun of them. No, seriously. And see, the thing is, as a kid, I knew I had weakness. So when you gotta remember, my mother coming from Haiti, I knew I didn't have strength. So I mean, I had a good upbringing, but during school I was struggling. So I said, you know what? Let me try to better myself. Once I saw my struggles, I try to correct it. So that's why I read the encyclopedia, the dictionary. I was always curious. And if I listen to rap, well, what's those words he's saying? I want to look it up. Some kids ain't doing that. Not most Sun kids, not most. Like there's good kids like what's my man? He got his own show. Great kid, great dude. What's his name? Black Gen Z, like very good, like Gen Z.
Very true,
Osa,
Chad,
it's
like Gen Z.
yeah, culture. It's all culture because Osa's African, Gen Z. His parents didn't play that, so you just gotta. If we get that condition to like wanting it, you got to. Like my son, I'm taking him to all a mixed school, but I say your competition is not gliders, it's tigers.
Yeah, I mean, I generally speaking, I'm not worried about like competition. I'm very much for a meritocratic society where people who work hard get what they
Yeah,
deserve,
yeah.
right?
No, I understand. The only reason why I say tigers because I would say, look, they don't play around with education, so you got
I
to
agree.
compete.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and you would, in an ideal sense or an ideal world, right, that would sort of inspire better action from the gliders. But in reality, probably doesn't work out like that. But I don't have a problem with anybody in society really, except for people that are like fucking it up on a general basis. That's sort of what.
Yep, we're the same. We're exactly the same.
But yeah,
Because people look at me crazy when I say it's an all white area, and I'm like, man, they're all it's not racist. So what? They don't want you in the area, and they get mad when I say something like that. I'm like,
well, there's no reason
they
that
want
could.
they just want it quiet. They don't want to deal with the shenanigans.
I don't want to be like shot and hunted in the place that you live at, right? I mean, like, and that's what it. I was having this discussion with a family member this weekend, and they're talking about the Chicago projects and how like it was, just the way it was built was meant to make black people fail, right? And
No.
I mentioned that it used to be for white people, right? And they were doing fine, and that was the original intent was to promote people out of poverty, and then they said it became violent, and I'm like, well, why do you think it became violent? Right? I mean, there was poor people living there before, and it wasn't violent, and then something happened, and then it became violent, and that something was that mostly black people started to live there. And
pretty much,
this is a trend that's easily observable in a lot of other places. If you really take, just a second to look at it,
It's global, bro. It's always been global.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it. But just specific to us, like in our cities, just about every single one you can.
Yes, but I would push back on one. I do know very few, but there is a couple good suburbs that homeowners they don't deal with the BS. But those are certain blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like
and
you'll have like a nice radius, like it's very good They don't want to deal with the bullshit. That's why they moved.
I know for a fact that there's a a vast proportion of some people that are perfectly fine and like just want to live normal lives without they're rowdier than
Correct.
gliders generally speaking, right? But like it's not like to a violent or
Not.
that
Yes,
kind of place,
exactly.
right? But the level of like complicitness by like toleration and
The
like
bell curve, basically. The bell curve works against the sun, man. Essentially, that's
Yeah,
like their
yeah.
worst enemy.
Yeah, because I know that because going to Canada, visiting my family, certain parts of Toronto, there's some, sunburbs, but it's quiet relatively.
I think the most polite way to say it is like this: just your average son is just a lower quality citizen to the nation that they reside in.
That's
In
probably not the
basically
most
every
polite way to say it,
measurable way.
Not at all, but I know what you mean. I don't take offense. I mean, I love Jared Taylor, so I could listen to Jared Taylor all day.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the
But
Tigers are doing
people,
the least amount of crime. The Suns are doing the most, and then everyone else is in between somewhere
All
on
right,
that
all right,
spectrum.
but let's not forget that gliders do plenty of sadistic, fucked up shit too. Like, we're not perfect.
I'm talking the average person.
yeah, the average, just like
Right.
we know,
And way out of
IQ.
proportion to the population size.
Yeah, we know IQ. On average IQ, Suns IQ is lower, and average IQ Tigers is higher. We know that,
Right.
But it's not all Suns.
And I'll say, I don't know how you folks feel about this, but like personally, I don't believe in like the individual. Like I just don't even believe in that as a concept at this point. Like people live as a group.
It's an interesting way.
Wow. So like you think they live, or you think they're like herded in the groups? Like it makes your life easier just to think of, like when you say they live as a group, you saying like me, I'm representing black people here, and you're representing white people. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is that human beings are tribal, obviously, and we like subconsciously value the lives of people within our same like racial group more.
Nah,
And
they don't value your life more if you black.
Like like hypothetically, let's say you had a glider A, and he needs to make a friend, and he's got a friend that could be exactly the same other than different races, then he would naturally pick that friend to be another glider, right?
Yeah, I guess I never really thought of it that way, but yeah.
If
I mean,
two
I've always
things
thought
are
of
the
it
same,
more organically,
Yeah, like
Or-
if two things
or,
are the same, you pick one of the same race.
Like Boonshikas. Boonshikas, for whatever reason, attract aggressive Sunmen, so they like to be around that area. Does that make sense?
I think yeah, but I think the reason Boonshikas attract aggressive Sunmen is, I mean, first of all, yeah, that's Sun's gonna like have evolved to like their own race of woman. Yeah. I think in that nature, like opposite sex. Yeah, I think more times than not. But I think that Suns would be the race that would Sun men would be the group that would choose a different woman from a different group more than any other group. I think Sun would choose a white, a Spanish, an Asian chick over a black chick more than any other group would choose another woman outside of his race.
On average, yes.
I agree.
Because I think Suns, us being the group that has like the most disparate features from all the other groups, like even though like somebody from the Philippines is different than somebody from Norway, they're closer to each other than Suns are to any of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's basically like the out of Africa theory.
Yeah, the out of Africa theory is bullshit. There's no other.
What's the true like theory? I always love asking people this.
I think life sprang up all over the place. I think we
Okay.
don't really understand how hominids, because Homo erectus. There's a lot of Homo
A lot of gray
erectus.
area.
No, there's a lot of hominids that are extinct.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. Like there's a lot of different things that look similar to each other. Walk on 2 feet.
We think that because Neanderthals get a lot of talk about them, there were dozens and dozens of species
Of other-
people that have gone extinct throughout the century.
For sure. Hold on,
Yeah.
do you think we're aliens though? Like alien DNA came here from a meteor or some shit?
No, I don't believe in
I've heard
aliens.
that before.
I don't believe in aliens, but I do think that like life sprang up. We don't quite understand it all the way yet. But life springs up a lot of places. Like you have cats everywhere. You have canines everywhere. You have like everywhere has like fucking beetles and shit. Everywhere has a certain type of ant. Like every continent, every area has life. And I think that we don't understand how life sprang up, how human life sprang up. But I think it sprang up in different places. I don't think one group went here and then turned into a group because they
evolved.
It's cold. Yeah, no. I think different groups sprang up in different places, man.
Okay.
And then I think they evolved once they sprang up to be what we see today.
Oh. Okay, I've never heard that one. That's interesting. That's like a mix. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like I'm sure the early whatever groups made it to make Africans are different than the groups that made it to make Indians.
Gotcha. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Like there was probably a cluster of different hominoid Homo erectus groups in India that survival of the fittest. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of years. We're talking about before writing and before
long fucking time.
Yeah, we're talking about people that were like had little brains and shit and big teeth and shit. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So I definitely believe that blacks, we mated with a group that like a ghost group, a ghost hominid, you know what I'm saying, that we mated with that made us like this. Like we different.
that we can all agree on the channel here. Like, there's people are different.
Yeah, we're different, and like that's why we're not in history. We're not in the Bible. We Israelites and everybody got a lot to put us in the Bible, and we're not in the Mahabharata, whatever the fuck. We're not in the Greek stories. We're not in the old Roman story. We're not in none of that old shit because I feel like we were isolated. We were
no sons in the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, we were isolated away from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some land barrier. I know it wasn't the Sahara Desert yet, but something happened to where we got isolated over there in that part of Africa or whatever, and we just like we needed into each other and shit, and we just codified our ways and shit. And you know what I'm saying? But listen, I just know this. We're crazy different than the rest of the groups.
I mean, every other group wrote a Bible or some sort, right?
Yeah.
How come some people didn't?
Well, we didn't have any written language.
There's one little pushback. They said Ethiopia they were Christian.
Those Ethiopians, those Coptic Christians, you're talking about the last 1,000 or 2,000 years. You're talking about relatively new, relatively late in the game, and plus those people they got that from another group, and they didn't add on to it. They preserved it. They didn't add on to the that Coptic Christianity. They just preserved it. Hello. They just preserved it. I don't think they added anything to those texts. Do you think?
I don't know. I try to study more and more, but I know what you mean though. They didn't
Yeah,
add nothing.
they just preserved it. They just preserved those texts, and then and listen, they're a hybrid group. They're not like me. Those I think the only thing I share with Ethiopians is nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they're a hybrid race. I'm a pure race. Me from West Africa, like I think I'm like take somebody like Shannon Sharp, right? He is a pure sun man. You know what I'm saying?
Indigenous
Like,
sun man.
Yeah,
yeah,
from a
he's
glance.
a pure race sun man, and it's like, yes, you have Barack Obama and people like that. That yeah, those people are have multiple different strains thrown in their bloodstream. Me, I feel like I just only get I think I only got black blood in me. I don't feel like I got any other kind of other blood in me, and we're different, man. Let me just say that, man. Let me just say that we're different, man. Let me go do something for my wife. Hold it down, man. If you want to share your screen, man, you can share it,
Yeah.
man.
I got an idea for a video real quick.
Go ahead. Oh, we got Mac Knight in the back. Please support the channel, guys. We've had one person take the $5 challenge. We've never had a night where only one person taking the five. I'm talking about in almost like 1,500 shows that I've done since I moved into this house. We've never had a day where only one person is taking the $5 challenge. Never. Well, there goes Oakview right there. Salute to Oakview. But yeah, we've never had a show where only two people taking this. We've never had that either. But yeah, support the channel, guys. Yeah, support the channel, man. It'd be nice if we could get some hundreds and some 50s up there, man, for the show being done every night, for appreciation for the show being done every single night, man.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. Go ahead. Let me go ahead. Go ahead,
Hang
right
on.
quick.
Og Nation News, news you can choose. Please support the channel, the Cash App. The only interactive news channel on YouTube.
Yeah, man, throw it down.
Yeah. Salute to Oakview. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do this thing for my wife. You got your screen?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, the fans got the B team now.
I'm gonna hold it down, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's like for instance, like computer stuff and stuff like that. That shit gives me problems, man. My brain works a certain way, man. My brain wasn't meant to solve these type of issues, man. I fried my
That's what you
brain
got
just
Og
thinking
Nation
about it.
tech support for, though.
Yeah, I fried my brain. Salute the guy ninja. I fried my brain thinking about that shit. That shit just made me tired. Yeah, you got it?
Yeah. So we talk a lot of shit about Haiti and their dirt cookies, but look at this shit.
You gotta share as your screen, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
I
go.
got it.
There you go. All right.
You see it?
Yeah. Cool.
Through history, our ancestors have used what they had to provide for their needs, and sometimes their wants. Today's water pie is one of those recipes that they use to be able to put dessert on the table and just using a few basic ingredients.
Water pie.
Pause.
Good old glider water pie.
Back it up.
Reheating the oven to 400.
Back it up a little bit. Like 15 seconds.
All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta configure my.
All right, bro. I'm trying to take your job, by the way. Let's go.
Today's water pie is one of those recipes that they use to be able to put
Stop.
dessert on the table. And
That's a good looking white woman there. Like they
The Great Depression era.
they would
Blinders.
hang y'all for looking at that white girl.
This is when they were right. These new gliders, they're on my shit list right now. Vote for
Yo,
Kamala. I'm like,
well,
I can't do it.
hang on. Look at her triceps though. Like her deltoids. Like what?
Glider women do work out.
All right. Continue.
just using a few basic ingredients to do so. We'll begin by preheating the oven to 400 degrees while we're putting together the pie.
The first
eager to
thing
see
you
how this
need
water
is
pie
a
is made.
9-inch deep dish pie crust.
Y'all niggas
Store
like
bought
pie?
or homemade, whichever way you want to do it. I would suggest my biggest tip is to place it on a baking sheet,
Yeah.
and I cover mine with
Sweet
wood
potato
so I
pie.
don't have the extra mess. In case I spill anything, I won't have to clean it in the pan. And I
Hey, pause.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this Dorothy Dean?
I don't know, but I gotta say, if you can make pie out of water, what's up in Haiti?
Hey,
Why
hey,
are they not
hey.
making water pie?
Ain't nothing wrong with my mud cookies, baby.
You know what? I haven't tried it, so I
No,
can't
sir.
knock
There's
it.
a lot wrong with eating fucking dirt, sir.
Nah,
That's
There's a
like I
lot
racist.
wrong
said,
with that.
no, I don't. Again, when I was a kid, my mom served it to me. It was regular, but it wasn't something that we ate in the house. None of that.
definitely
When
won't
she
have to
came
clean
back,
it out of the bottom of
Well,
my oven by
hang on, pause,
using
real
a
pause.
pan.
Let's talk
So
about
just
this. Yeah. So you said when you were a kid, right? I'm in Alabama right
so
now. I grew up eating pig feet, chitlins, fucking pig snouts. You know,
Chow Chong.
thinking that shit was great. But slavery's over now. We can buy ribs, we can buy pork chops. There's no need to eat this shit. It's really kind of insulting.
an extra tip there. Now, here's where it may start to seem odd, but all you do is add 1.5 cups of water. Just tap water's fine, just whatever your favorite water is. 1.5 cups of water
Favorite
directly
water.
into the pie crust. Next, I mix 1 cup of granulated sugar with 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Just mix it in well so it is all incorporated. This is in a separate bowl. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I could use a spoon to sprinkle this over the water, but I'm not going to do that. My hands are clean. I make sure I wash my hands before I start cooking. And this just makes
No,
it
no,
easier.
no.
I hadn't watched this video before. It may be a
No,
little
no, no,
boring.
no, 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 no. Her hands are not clean because
Well, look, this is the Great Depression, okay? She's just suffered through like a dust storm in the plains, so this is the best you can hope. This is probably
no,
better
no,
than you
no.
could
Her
hope for back
hands are
then.
not clean because she is the right arm of white supremacy.
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't even consider that. Hold on, let's see here.
You niggas like pies?
Let me I'll find something else here that's more topical for the show.
No, I'm gonna talk for a few seconds if you don't mind.
Hey, it's not my show. You go ahead.
yeah.
Who's here? Who am I talking to? I mean, I've been here,
It's Hot
since.
Black and Mark. And where Canada go? He dropped
And
off.
yeah, he did. And you're Mac Knight, right? I bet. I remember you used to come on a lot more back a few years ago, right?
Yeah, man. Until I got deployed and I had no cell phone service, so
I would inhibit it.
no. I was a big fan of Ak. Actually, I got put onto Ock from G Lowry. I don't know if y'all know him. Yes or no?
Don't remember.
She Lowry, don't know, but
No, no, it's fine. No, it's
his
fine.
YouTube
It's
is good?
fine. No,
Is
it's
his
fine.
YouTube good?
No, no, no. I got put on the Ock from G Lowry. I got on to G Lowry, actually, from David Carroll. And I guess we all listen to Tommy Sotomayor and whatnot. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
why.
yeah. But yeah, David Carroll passed away. That was sad, man. He was. You think Tommy's wild. You think Ock is wild, man. David Carroll used to go in, man. You'll have no idea. I really wanted to pay like three people to just like talk together, like Tommy, Ock,
I think
and David
I think
Carroll.
I think I think I gave him he gave David Carroll a tribute.
Well, here's the crazy thing. I told Ock that David Carroll passed away. He didn't know about it until I told him that.
It happened a
That
while
just
back, right?
yeah, it was a while
Yeah,
back. Man, look. I love
that's the
Ock.
one that wrote "Do White Girls Bleed," right?
David Carroll. Look, I love Ock. I love Tommy. David Carroll went in, bro. Like he was not fucking playing, bro. Like seriously, he called it the rabbit hole series, man. He was not playing, bro. He died of COVID apparently, which was, whatever. But
Hmm.
nah, man. Anyway, we're here to support Ox, so
And it's crazy because David Carroll was like he was super liberal at first.
Well, having come
everyone,
primarily from
bro,
Tommy, I'll say about
everyone.
Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, bro. You run the show.
I was just gonna say, in terms of this channel, um, Tommy sort of had the right idea, I feel like, but he would do all this crazy shit all the time, right? Which, whatever works for him. I just wasn't as into a lot of like beefing stuff that he did.
You're
But
you're you're right.
um, when I found Ak, I just like it showed up in my recommendations one day, and I started watching him just doing, the very sober breakdowns of each one of these stories, story after story after story, and like going back and looking through the history and seeing all of them and the Breonna Taylor stuff. And it was just like the very sober delivery of this, and funny as well, right? But and even still, like when Ak talks with people who are on the left or whatever, who have the pro-black viewpoint or like no black on black crime, that kind of thing. I've never seen somebody who's really able to deal with it as calmly as he does. So that I think is something that he does really well.
No, he absolutely does that. I've been with Ock, a long time. Again, it's like lightning, right? Chain lightning. All right, I got on the Ock from G Lowry. I got on to G Lowry, I think from Brian Solage, who was going off the rails. Tommy, I give him his credit. He was the originator. He honestly, I love Tommy. I do, but he's not very focused. I'm just saying, if you want to hear some real ass shit, you know, look up David Carroll, The Rabbit Hole, man. And as a black man, it's got me looking at my relatives real fucking crazy, man. I'll
How do
give
you
him his
think I
flowers.
feel?
Huh?
How do you think I feel? They're from Haiti. My relatives.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who am I talking? Oh shit, who am I talking to, man?
Mark. I'm just saying. I know how you feel. How do you think I feel when my relatives from Haiti and my mom was like, "Nah, I got to get out of this shit."
Bro, David Carroll will have you looking at. Look, man, I'm not trying to promote this guy, right? He's dead. Honestly, he got me onto this whole shit, man. Like David Carroll, he got me onto this whole shit, man. Before I ever heard of anyone else, man. It's really depressing, you know. he goes in, man. You know, and one thing he said was that, you know, and he was right about it. He said that I will never be rich, and I will never be married. I will die alone. He said that like 10 years ago, and COVID hit, and yeah, here we are. But you know, the message, man, he went in, man.
Check it out.
That's
Yeah.
actually how I got into the Black Manosphere. Real talk. And no offense to Tommy or Ock, you know, David actually called them out. You know, called them out positively.
Which them again?
Oh no, he acknowledged Tommy. Um, yeah, he acknowledged Tommy positively. But you know, I love Tommy, but he be wilding though, man. David Carroll was like Tommy's a broadsword. David Carroll is a syringe.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that is accurate. Can y'all see this screen share?
I see. No, I see. Ox basement. Some
Yeah, I don't.
Mexican nigga, me, and somebody on a plane. Looks like.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta.
All right, so something changed. I see Ox basement. Some nigga on a plane. Me and no one else.
Nah, Ak is he's doing something.
That nigga probably sleep, man. Fuck that nigga. They be sleeping.
He probably more than likely if he doesn't get out in a couple minutes, he's out.
That's whatever, man. I mean, does good work. And he's you know, other than his faults, he's right though. It's the most interactive show on YouTube. News you can choose. You know, we can go everywhere. Hello?
I'm here. Nah, I work at a bar, so sometime I'll stay quiet.
Out of state flying. What you talking about?
No, I said I work at a bar, so sometime I stay quiet.
Yeah, I get that, man. Shit. You work at a bar, man. That's cool, man. I work at a bar too.
Yeah, I try to deal with burrito bar.
No, actually, I
Not
work at a bar too.
okay, okay. Yeah, I try to do. I have a contract with burrito bars. I do like
Yeah,
2 or 3, so
yeah,
I make
yeah.
sure I
Some
have my guards
yeah, some tequila, Dos Equis, and Corona, right?
pretty much, and you know you won't get shot at with the burrito bars. They'll get a little saucy and try to fight, but next day it's regular.
Hey, bro, no problem with you, or no offense to you, bro, but that fucking all that merengue music sounds the same, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying, bro.
yeah, I mean, being around it so much, I'm used to it. I know a lot of the songs, so I guess.
Well, I'll tell you this much, man. No no joke, man. I respect Hispanic culture. Um, I respect Hispanic men. You guys are really fucking macho, and you know, y'all can fight and shit. Y'all work hard. And y'all got the fucking baddest bitches on the fucking planet, bro. And
That
I know this because I was in Tijuana, and my God, my God.
they definitely do.
And they talk shit about Hispanic women, like, oh yeah, yeah, they can cook good, but they'll like fucking stab you. Look, bro, stab me, man. Like, make me some fucking quesadillas, make me some fucking, you know, fucking. Actually, quesadillas. That's all she made me. But just, I'm cool with that. I would not cheat on a Hispanic woman. Who would? Why would you?
Yeah, they are definitely fine. I only deal with Latin hoes, so
I'm sorry. Are you Hispanic?
no, I'm Haitian.
You
But
Haitian?
but some of our culture, like
No, man, nah, nigga, no, no,
we
no.
eat the same food and
Do
stuff.
not talk about my beautiful ass Latinas like that. No, fuck that. Haitians
I,
are Haitians are like African French shit, man. And
yeah,
y'all all musty.
so that's perception, but I know I'm not, so I can't talk for the rest. So it's not my problem.
All right, bet, man. I guess we're the only ones here.
Pretty much. I'm about to close out. Um, hopefully I gets there. You hold the show down.
Okay. Anyway, Ock Nation news right now. Let's talk about the news. So in Afghanistan, apparently, women can't talk about shit anymore. Ah, fuck this, man.
What's up, guys? What happened? You fell off?
I was
You
trying
hear
to hold it down, share a
me?
video, and I
Okay.
accidentally disconnected.
Oh, that's all right. What's up, man?
You hear me? What's up, bro?
Yeah.
So remember I told you we were talking about frequency and it can alter the state of mind, things of that nature, cause people to go cuckoo, do strange things or whatever. So I came across this clip that I did want to share in a few.
It's about what? Like frequencies and stuff?
No, well. Remember how you say you debunked some things, and I told you, no, there's some science behind it. Yeah, but this
Let's do
doctor,
that.
he
Let's
goes
do
into
that
detail. He
tomorrow.
was part of the.
Let's do that tomorrow,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, whenever. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. It's a lot going on tonight, man. Whew.
Yeah.
I've had it's been a rough show, man. I fell asleep and I had technical difficulties. My wife, a bunch of shit, man. Let's see what's going on here.
One by one, fighting against the hot weather Wednesday evening, a group of young boys jumped into the pool at Boylan Recreation Center in Newark. Family from all over the city came here as temperatures reached into the high 90s.
Since it was a hot day today, decided to come out here, give the boys a chance to splash around, make some friends, and things of that nature,
With the heat index high of 102 degrees, officials activated Code Red and expanded capacity for beds in shelters across Newark. Public pools also made changes to their schedules.
Some people coming for work, the children not yet in school, so we're trying to extend the pool open. It's a community pool. It's been here. When I was a kid, I came here about 20-something years ago and enjoyed this pool myself.
In addition to extreme temperatures, the air quality was unhealthy for sensitive populations. The health department contacted residents, urging them to utilize a cooling center if they don't have air conditioning at home. But even having AC wasn't enough for some. You guys have AC at home?
Yes, we do. It's still hot.
Even with AC?
Yes, it's really, really hot today.
For Mubarak Muhammad, coming here was more than cooling off from the heat. It was a special date for his son Masha.
My son's first time getting in the pool. Wanted to make sure they was able to enjoy the hot weather.
How does it feel to go in the water for the first time?
It feels good.
Refreshing?
Yeah.
Glad to see all the black children swimming.
Yeah, and listen, how long before they screw this pool up? Not necessarily his family, but how long before the son screw this up? Look at this pool. This is that's an Olympic sized pool, man.
I mean, you heard his name, Mubarak Muhammad. He's a Muslim. Nothing bad will happen.
That's true, man.
A viral video is raising questions and a lot of concern about just how bad crime is in Oakland and how people should respond to it. The video shows a liquor store employee pulling a gun on a group of more than 100 people after he says that mob tried to loot the store and assault him. NBC Barry's Valina Jones spoke to that employee tonight.
Take a look. This video posted to multiple websites shows a group of hundreds of bikers taking over the street in front of Golden Hour's liquor store around 4:15 Saturday afternoon. Then suddenly one of the store employees pulls out a gun and people scatter. He says this all happened after people in that crowd began punching him and one reached for his gun.
And he yanked on my belt pretty hard and the firearm was starting to go down my pants, so I pulled it out and I backed him up. I backed them all up.
Robert says he didn't plan to hurt anyone. He also says what you don't see in the video is multiple people repeatedly attacking him, pulling out knives and attempting to steal from the store he works in. Once the group started to leave, he says he was punched again.
Just, wow, just hit me right in the face. And then I went like this, and I heard somebody out here shooting in the air, and then they took off then.
Robert says he was detained and questioned by police while the group made up of mostly kids and teens got away. He believes the group is part of a regular organized bike event involving people from other cities.
I'd like to see the organizers of these events have a little bit more accountability, you know? Let's be real here. Somebody put this together. Somebody brought this here, right? And this is the result. And from what I understand, this is a typical result.
Philip Gumbs also saw the group move past his store, which has been shot at and vandalized in the past. He says crime is driving businesses like his out of Oakland.
I've stopped all kind of robberies from my friend's store here, you know, and it's unruly, and people don't.
Like a bunch of gliders and umbritos.
Councilmember Noel Gallo is calling for city cameras.
Is that?
Looked like a bunch of gliders and umbritos in that crowd.
Yeah, I didn't see no sons. Yeah, that's why he didn't have to shoot nobody.
That's why nobody shot. Well, he said somebody shot. Maybe that was the one son man in the
Well,
crowd.
some sons in there. And some sons.
Yeah, there may be some. Yeah.
Maybe I don't see.
Right there in the green hoodie is one.
I don't know. He turns around and he's looking kind of umbrito-y to me.
This one?
No, it was before this clip. No,
Oh.
he had on. It was green.
Over to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nah,
some.
I don't
See,
know.
yeah, with the mask on.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. They look like they were rule. They were unruly, but still ruly. Like nobody here. Everybody here would be terrified to do 25 years in prison.
They don't have like these fancy like
You heard
bikes
him,
too.
you heard him say he was trying to snatch for his gun.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's true. Yeah. But I don't think this
Yeah,
is.
somebody snatching for my
like,
gun. Yeah, they get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a group that's like a bunch of jail birds and prison dudes. Man.
His store, which has been shot at and vandalized in the past. He says crime is driving businesses like his out of Oakland.
I've stopped all kind of robberies from my friend's store here.
His store is
you know,
called
and
Antiques and
it's
Things.
unruly, and people don't come here anymore.
Councilmember Noel Gallo is calling for city cameras
Antiques
to
and
be
shit.
reactivated and a larger, more visible police presence.
It's complete insanity, disrespect for the city, and we need more. Definitely need the police to take action.
OPD says officers are investigating the gunfire, but have not made any arrests. Just last Friday, during a press conference, Oakland police urged residents not to engage criminals.
We really ask our residents to be good witnesses, to direct the police to detain or stop individuals involved in crimes, especially violent crimes. What we don't want our residents to become victims themselves.
It's advice those confronted with crime, Phil, doesn't add up.
You're supposed to let them take the merchandise, right? So then what's next? You let them take the money? Then what's next? You let them take our lives? Then what? Then they're going to say you shouldn't get involved? No.
In Oakland, Valina Jones, NBC Bay Area News.
New developments out of Danbury, where a couple was kidnapped while house hunting. New video captures a van speeding away from the scene. Police say the husband and wife were beaten and taken into that van before being rescued. This happened Sunday afternoon when the victims in their 50s pulled up to the house in their Lamborghini. We're told they were going to meet a real estate agent at the time. Police say that's when their car was purposely rear-ended by the van. When the couple exited their car to see what happened, they were surrounded by three other vehicles. We're told the van raced down the road, crossed the double yellow lines, nearly hitting an oncoming car. We're hearing from the woman driving that car.
Literally, if I didn't swerve, he would have hit me like on the driver's side, like head on. And with
This
how
is an
fast
update.
like the
This is an update from yesterday. We did this yesterday, but this is the update.
car was going, I probably would have ended up in the ICU or something.
The suspect, 6 Florida men, then beat the victims with a baseball bat, shoved them into the van and took off. Some of them drove off with a Lamborghini. A heroic witness called police and then followed the van until it crashed and police arrived. The suspects are now in custody. Here they are, 5 out of
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yo,
What
he's got
the
Bantu
hell?
knots. What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm confused completely.
Like, this looks like some Sandmen and a Somalian, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the bottom two, I'm perplexed by.
It's a rough crowd, man.
Some Melungians, yeah.
You could tell though. I don't think they look like the type they out for joyriding. They're out for
This is
flipping those
savage.
cars, possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
They beat him
For
with a
parts
baseball
and
bat.
like that.
Yeah, it's a rough crowd, man. You got a goddamn Sandman. You got
The Boston Bomber on the right.
Yeah, you got Puerto Rican. You got like a fucking white guy down there.
This is the wanted coalition that we've heard about.
Yeah, man. Yikes. This is the future of mugshots, man.
The 6. 23-year-old Angel Barrero, 22-year-old Ronaldo Diaz, 23-year-old Anthony Pena, 26-year-old Jose Romero, 21-year-old Ricardo Estrada, and
All the
Yo, they
burritos,
all-
it's solved.
Yo.
Wicked, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it shows how disparate on burrito lineage is. You know
Especially
what
this
I
guy
mean?
in the top left. That's an interesting burrito.
Yeah, these are all on burritos, man. Just different strains. Some got more of this, and some got more of that. Some got less of this, and some got less of that.
Yeah, I mean, this
So
is
they
definitely
all-
not like this crime does not bear the marks of Sun people for the most part.
Nah.
You're gonna see
This
this
wasn't
more
a-
and more often now.
Oh yeah, they more organized with their shit, and they have a purpose with it, man. Yo, you gonna wish for sons. You gonna wish you had sons back then.
God damn it.
18-year-old Michael Rivas. Police say they found the husband and wife inside the van. They were treated for their injuries.
Search is on for a suspect in the shooting death of a young woman from Nepal who came to this country to go to school.
Scared by the new video surfacing today showing a huge problem with what some are calling gang violence at an apartment complex in Aurora. The video shows men entering an apartment building with several weapons and then busting down a door.
And all of this taking place at the apartments, which had become a crime hotspot in that city. Fox 31's Vicente Arenas was at that complex today as people were moving out, fearing for their
Burritos
safety.
grown for
Vicente is
today.
joining us live from that complex with a closer look
Yo,
at that
this-
eye-opening video, Vicente.
It is eye-opening, Erica. It is significant because this is the first time we've actually seen what has been happening inside that apartment complex at different times. This video, there's 2 different clips you're about to see. One of them, people carrying guns, and another where 2 people are just trying to break down a door.
The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edge Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month. One of the men can be seen talking on a cell phone. They all then gather around a door and go in. Another video clip shows men forcing a door open, but what or who they were searching for, not clear. The video was shot in the building where Cindy and Edward Romero lived until today. They loaded up their stuff and moved out.
It's been a nightmare and I can't wait to get out of here.
This is how Cindy used to
White
lock
light.
her front door.
Every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage, every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
My God.
Wow, man. And 1000% when you asked her about the border 6 months ago, she's like, yeah, I mean, I don't see why they can't come. I mean, they have asylum. I mean, they're seeking asylum. 1000% she was for that shit. 1000%. There's not one woman I've ever met that's been like, fuck no. Tell those goddamn animals to stay in their fucking country. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard one woman say that. Not one. They're all like either somewhere on the spectrum of, well, I mean, as long as, they don't put them in cages or just somewhere in that area, man, somewhere in that neighborhood of it's all right. And these dudes haven't even started raping yet. Like their rape game is, they're not like the Sandman. Yeah, they're not like the Sandman. Sandman is insane with it, but their rape game is
like
pretty
savage and widespread. Like not like, I don't know. It is different from the Sandman.
Yeah.
You got Nick kind of back.
Y'all in trouble.
You're
Yo,
gonna
what's
see
cracking,
late
fellas?
1800s, early 1900s. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean, I think Burrito and Sandman rape game go harder than the Sunman.
Yeah, I think because here's the thing. Sunman is kind of like we can rap the chicks. Like we can like get a chick without, you know what I'm saying, raping her. Not saying that the prolific, like here's the thing. Like our numbers are being calculated in a country that's very civilized and very number and data oriented, right? So everything's logged, everything's, you know what I'm saying, categorized and everything. In those countries that these burritos are coming from, man, like most of that shit is not reported. The records are not, accurate. They're not reliable.
They didn't get much data at the favela.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, you might be like, well, some men, like, let's say some men do X amount of rapes in America, right? Yeah, definitely. But when they come here, they're gonna crush those numbers. When they get here in full force, they're gonna crush
the
those.
Burritos?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Do they have billboards like they do in Africa that say "Don't rape"?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm
I
sure
think they do. I would bet that they do, but that's generally a bad sign for your country.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they got some grandmom abuela anti-rape combat groups.
Probably so, man. You need them. You need them. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Calvin, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. You can feel free to support the channel, guys, if you want to, man. You can feel free to support the channel. I tell you, man. Had some technical difficulties earlier, man. Let's see. You feel free to support the channel. Let's.
We have to do this every time we go outside to take out the garbage. Every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
The couple's car and many others here were riddled with bullets after a shootout at the complex earlier this month. The Romeros say the trouble started when a large number of migrants began moving in. They had not been able to move out for different reasons.
We couldn't get any. We tried reaching out to the resources, but they told us since it wasn't actually a condemned building, we would have to wait until that was the issue, but we didn't want to wait for that. So the only help I got was after talking to you.
We showed council member Danielle Jurinsky the video. Today, she helped the couple move out and find a new place to live.
The city nonprofits have lined up to help the migrants that have come here, but nobody is helping the American citizens, the residents that are trapped in these apartment complexes.
The Romeros
They are
tell
not
us
going
others
to.
living here had been asking when they'd be moving out.
And this isn't just Americans. This is
Juice crew.
other Venezuelans that are living under this control, that are being extorted by the control of this gang.
While we were on the property today, even before we left, we were told other people were moving in and taking over the Romero's unit.
We did speak to the mayor's office this afternoon. They sent us a statement saying that so far there are no code enforcement violations taking place at this complex. The mayor's office also responding in part for the Aurora Police Department. They're telling us that the police department here has seen that video that we just showed you. There is a lot more to this story. We'll be covering it in the days to come. Reporting live outside the municipal building in Aurora, Vicente Arenas, Fox 31.
The Shelby County District Attorney's Office says it has filed an emergency request.
God damn, 5 counts of attempted second-degree murder.
Yo, this that nigga that killed his whole family, right?
I think
No,
so.
he shot the guy. He shot the guy over a parking space, allegedly.
Oh, so it's a whole different dude. Oh, wow.
So many to keep up with.
No, this is the guy we did this story the other day. This is an update.
The Shelby County District Attorney's Office says it has filed an emergency request for another court to review the case of 30-year-old DeTwan Gunn. He's accused of shooting 4 people outside a Midtown restaurant earlier this month, but a judge released him on his own recognizance. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Gunn's initial bond was set at $500,000 by a judicial commissioner, and the district attorney requested to keep that bond amount. Even Gunn's own attorney asked for $75,000 bond, but the judge allowed him to leave jail without paying anything.
WRG Shay Arthur spoke with Gunn's.
You shoot 5 people and shit in a parking space dispute, and they just let you go.
Right.
Damn.
What you gotta do to keep a son man in jail? For Christ's
So
sake,
many-
I'm asking seriously.
So many black men in jail. You know?
As
You
we know,
get-
they're not enough.
And that's the case, though. That's the sad, craziest part. That with all this shit, there are still like too many black men in jail. That is crazy. They've done everything they could to
Decriminalizing weed, haven't done a goddamn thing about it. Like, that was supposed to be the panacea for it. That was the only reason they were in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to decriminalize everything to
murder.
Yeah, you're gonna have to decriminalize murder.
But I'm really
feel-
thinking, like, a lot of some men they just like to be violating the law in whatever capacity they can. So, I mean, you decriminalize murder and shit, they'll just do some more stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
You are
some men do like to be bad. Like thugging is kind of like violating the law. It is kind of like antisocial shit. Like, so yeah, like
We're gonna like go stand on some grass that says "Don't stand on the grass."
yeah, that's part of being like a real son man is like having charges, catching charges and shit.
They're gonna figure out a way.
Yeah, it's like a rites of passage.
Yeah,
Like air.
yeah, it's just what we do. That thug mentality is like ingrained in us. Where from a young age, man, it's like I remember Biggie said, "Cases catch more than outfield door." It's like that's how it is, man. Like nothing gonna stop a son, man, from running afoul of the law. Nothing.
They want those cases, man.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta admit that these niggas, they love. Not only do they love this life, I don't think they would trade it for damn near anything, man. They're in their
Look at
element.
the celebrity sons, man. Look how they act, man. Celebrity son, man. No matter how much money they get, man, they still got to be in beefs and feuds with each other. It's just crazy.
Father about the new.
Chris Brown fucking blood and shit.
Child
Niggas singing, electric sliding on bitches' titties every night, case slaying everything. And he still feels like he gotta have that other side.
Yeah, you gotta be validated, man, by other sunmen. Sunmen care what other sunmen think a lot.
Leave jail without paying anything.
WRG's Shay Arthur spoke with Gunn's father about the new developments as well as the man he's accused of shooting.
I'm glad he out.
A simple message tonight after we track down the father of Deton Gunn as he talks to us about his son, released from jail earlier this week, accused of shooting 4 people after a fight over a parking space outside of a Midtown restaurant and music venue. Joe Gunn says he relies on his son to take him to dialysis appointments.
Go to the store and buy me food and stuff like that. He takes care of me. I done turned 75 years old, so I'm glad he's out.
Tonight, he's standing by his son's innocence.
So what do you say to people who might think he might be a danger to the community?
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
But there are plenty of others making their voices heard following his release. This is Corey Coleman, who says he was shot by Gunn. We spoke to him last week when he showed us his extensive injuries.
Shots in the rib, the back, stomach. I got staples all the way across. Whole back ate up here and in the back of the head.
Today, we briefly talked to him by phone about the release. As he said, he's in excruciating pain. He told us he's, quote, really confused. He went on to say he doesn't feel safe and is trying to get back to Texas, where he permanently lives. Lawmakers are also sharing concerns. Tennessee State Senator Brent Taylor wrote letters to District Attorney Steve Mulroy and Disciplinary Counsel Marshall Davidson for the Board of Judicial Conduct, saying he wanted to make Davidson aware of the circumstances surrounding Gunn's release. Also saying Judge Bill Anderson, who made the decision, violated a new state law requiring the safety of the community to be the first consideration of bail. We also
Houston was horrible. Has been horrible with this shit though. Like they had a real problem with these judges.
Yeah, Harris County. Yeah. This is Memphis.
Okay. This is Memphis now. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, they say people get shot, and you're like, oh yeah, you got shot with one bullet. That guy got fucking lit up.
Yeah, that guy was trying to kill him. That guy was trying to kill him, and he wasn't. Do you just think trying to like?
Do you think possibly the guy that did the shooting got a little intimidated by the size of this guy?
No, because remember what he said the other day. He said he told him something like, "I kill people." He was the aggressor. The guy, the Deton, was the aggressor the whole time.
Okay.
And he shot the guy's kid too.
Also spoke with Judge Anderson today, who told us he cannot comment on pending cases, but encouraged us to request the audio from the bond hearing to understand why he made the decision he did. For your news leader, Shay Arthur, WREG News Channel 3.
Now, I can tell you we did check with Gunn's criminal history beyond driving infractions. Court records show that he was arrested in 2016 on drug and weapons charges, but they were dismissed. We have filed a Freedom of Information Act request for the audio from that hearing. A date does not yet appear to have been set on the DA's request to have another court review the case, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Live here because it's calm, because
begin tonight in Rancho Bernardo, where a jewelry store owner took matters into his own hands to stop a smash and grab robbery. It happened just before 5 this afternoon at KZ Jewelry Designs. NBC7's Dave Summers spoke with that owner about a terrifying encounter.
It's likely the best picture police have of the would-be robber. The suspect, thought to be a man, is in a bucket hat, masked, and wearing all black except for his red gloves.
He would have cleared us out. He definitely would have if we wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, he was not afraid. It was weird.
Rose Zarabi is still shaken 3 hours afterward. She and her husband, Kamiyar, own and have operated for more than 10 years KZ Jewelry and Designs here in the Rancho Bernardo Town Center. The Zarabis say detectives told them this was not a random smash and grab, that the suspect had likely been in the store before. He came covered head to toe, hammer in hand, and without a word, walked in the shop and began smashing cases. Rose took these photos from the security camera video inside the store.
When I yelled stop, he looked at me and bash, just like he didn't care.
With this ball-peen hammer left behind, pictures show the suspect went from display case to display case, smashing the glass and grabbing the merchandise. The robber didn't even have a bag, just hugged the jewelry to his chest.
I've heard of smash and grabs. I never thought it was going to happen to us, but I don't carry Rolex. I don't carry big end things. We're just a small mom and pop place.
He might have gotten away with it too if Rose's husband hadn't fired a warning shot into the ceiling from a handgun he kept around for protection.
I believe that he was under duress at that time, and so he did what he felt was necessary to keep his wife safe.
The guy stopped, dropped everything, and took off running. There was I guess, jewelry scattered everywhere and glass.
No one was injured, but the would-be robber escaped. Zarabi says the store had been burglarized in the past, but never during operating hours and never a need to fire a weapon. The business is insured, but recovering their peace of mind may take a while longer.
Nervous. I don't know if I want to open my door now.
Dave Summers, NBC7.
New at 5 in your crime tracker. Bossier City police say two men exchanged gunfire outside the Circle K on Barksdale Boulevard this morning. Now we're told that 32-year-old victim and 47-year-old.
You know Bossier City?
Just that it's a fucking not a place I'd want to live. It's full of sun.
It's near Shreveport, right?
What's that?
It's near Shreveport, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, yeah, it's full of suns. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like
Lamont
right outside of
Hayward
Shreveport. So
got
fuck
into
yeah.
a verbal argument. Police say that at some point Hayward pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the pelvis. The victim also pulled a gun and shot Hayward in the foot. Now the victim went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and Hayward was arrested and charged with attempted second-degree murder.
At 10, Memphis police responded to a shooting in Cordova in the 1100 block of Dove Hollow Circle close to 6:30 this evening. When officers arrived on scene, they found one man shot. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. MPD says they have one man and one woman detained. The investigation is ongoing.
We're going to begin with a developing story out of Tazewell County, where a violent crime is foiled when the suspect was shot in a reported attempted carjacking. The Tazewell County Sheriff's Office tells us at Lee's Cargo in Falls Mills, outside Lee's Cargo, I should say, 30-year-old Cody Daly allegedly attempted to carjack a truck, assault.
There we go. There goes our white carjacker we were looking for.
I mean, the
last
glider.
night.
You were looking for it last night.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling people I hadn't seen one.
They happen occasionally. There was one in Chicago not too long ago, and they made a big deal about him, even though it happens like every 10 seconds.
Damn. Cody.
Yeah, Cody did that shit. He looks like one of them gliders.
Yeah, Cody's proving that, you know, there's a problem with this country with carjacking. You know, this country has a carjacking problem. Not just Blackistan, man.
Assaulted the female driver of the vehicle and told her child, quote, "I'm going to rape your mommy," end quote.
Wow.
The man identifying himself as the father of the victim says his daughter was in this truck
Take the
when
car
he
and the
attempted to
pussy.
carjack it with her 4-year-old son inside. Sam Schrader goes on to say the alleged carjacker assaulted his daughter. Major Harold Heatley with the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office tells WVVA the victim indeed suffered some injuries. As we mentioned, the incident occurred in the Falls Mills area outside Lee's Cargo convenience store this afternoon. Both police and Schrader say it was a bystander who heard the altercation unfolding, and that bystander responded. According to Schrader, the bystander began by acting like he was the victim's husband. Armed with a 9mm handgun, police say the bystander then approached Daly and gave him commands, but Daly charged the man and shoved him to the ground. As Daly continued to approach the armed citizen, police say he then shot the suspect in the chest. I should say the armed citizen allegedly shot Daly in the chest. As for Schrader, he says he's surprised that this kind of violence showed up in his community.
First time ever. You know, you see, drug crimes and stuff like that, but nothing like this, not no violent crimes. You expect this in the cities, of course, but not, not local.
In cities, huh?
And Daly was airlifted to Roanoke for treatment on his injuries. He
Fuck
is
does that
reportedly
mean?
in stable condition at this time.
That was a
He
dog,
was
was
wanted on 2 outstanding cases for
Oh,
Tazewell
saying my
County
ears are
Circuit
ringing.
Court. We will continue to follow this story, and as always, bringing you the latest on air and online as we learn more.
So Cody caught a hot one. That's good.
On busy Canal Street
Uh-oh.
today put a man in the hospital. Police say a security guard pulled the trigger. Rachel Hanley takes us through what happened.
For hours Friday, a busy stretch of sidewalk was behind crime scene tape. Around 9 in the morning, police were called to Canal Street between St. Charles and Carondelet. When they got there, they found a man who had been shot once. He was alive, but badly hurt.
Emergency medical technicians transported the victim to a local hospital where he is listed in critical condition.
The NOPD held a short press conference at the scene. They say
They
a
got that
security
curl
guard
activated.
shot the man.
The preliminary investigation indicates that the security guard and the gentleman were involved in an altercation.
The guard was not arrested or detained in any way. That's all police would say.
Again, this investigation is in its infancy stages, and there's no more information to report at this time.
They also didn't say where the guard worked, but the crime scene was focused around the jewelry store Adler's, one of the few century-old businesses left on Canal. Officers put down evidence markers outside the shop's front door. By 10 o'clock, they had also taped off most of the block. Crowds of people walked around the crime scene and cars crawled down the one open lane. Non-fatal shootings like this one appear to be dropping in New Orleans, but there are still a lot of them. According to the Metro Crime Commission, this was one of more than 150 in the city just so far this year. That's about on par with 2019. Every year since 2019, the number of shootings was higher. By noon Friday, police had cleared the sidewalk outside of Adler's. Before long, businesses reopened their doors, and the usual tourist traffic started back up. Rachel Hanley.
People get shot on Canal Street a lot.
Yeah, I see.
Today marks 2 weeks since the daylight triple shooting on the 16th Street Mall that injured 3 men and rattled nerves of visitors and downtown workers.
Well, tonight we're hearing from the family of one of the men shot. Denver 7's Christian Lopez has his condition and tells us what they say led up to the shooting.
A dad of 4 who was on his way home from work was one of 3 people who were shot in broad daylight near Union Station. His family says it all started when he was approached by a group of teens who were harassing him.
What he said was he was just walking his normal route because he said the altercation started a block away from Union Station. So he's already getting off his bus, heading to Union Station to catch the train. That's where one of the females in the group said, "I would like his hat. I want his hat."
It all started out as a senseless fight.
That's when the guy...
I want his hat. So she was basically telling the dudes, yeah, these sound like hombredos. Yeah, that's the hombredos. It sound like hombredos, man. They do shit like that. Like, they know the men, like, gonna do whatever they say. Like, the men gonna want to try to prove their honor and shit.
You know, showed him he had a gun, and I want your hat.
What happened next was terrifying. 42-year-old Alex Villafuerte says the man opened fire over a hat, shooting him in his side.
It's tiring. We're all scared. And it's just like what has this world become?
The gunfire broke out on Denver's 16th Street Mall, known for its shopping, dining.
Yeah, it's become Mexico City, bitch. What the fuck you mean?
You know goddamn well, hombredos are savages.
It's a lot of hombredos in Denver.
Oh yeah,
I would bet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, some people do though.
Denver. Well, they're I mean, it's been a lot of burritos over there, but when you go there, like when I was there, I only saw white people. So many white people there. But apparently there's a lot of sons and burritos over there. I didn't see any of them when I was out there. I only saw white people. Now I don't know where I was in relation to it, because some people say you got to go downtown or you got to go here, you got to go there.
It's probably pockets. I
wasn't in Aurora, I can tell you that much though, because Aurora is where Sons are, man. Sons are out.
Aurora's the trenches of Denver.
And other
Yeah,
attractions.
Yeah, true. Aurora's Aurora's the trench.
Okay.
But it also has a reputation for violence, drug use, and other crime. On this day, it happened in broad daylight. 2 bystanders were also shot.
I guess my dad didn't know that he was being helped because obviously he's in shock.
Villafuerte is finally back home recovering with his family, but his eldest daughter Alyssa says he's still struggling emotionally. And he wanted to be here, right?
Yes.
But it was too hard for him?
It was. Mentally not there. I know my dad because we're alike. I can see that he's not okay, and he acts like he's okay and just like hides it so he doesn't have to like make me or anybody else worry.
As her dad continues to heal, Alyssa is stepping in to help her brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because he was supposed to pay for my siblings' school supplies, and I just want to do everything I can to help my siblings to get their uniforms, school supplies, and all that other stuff.
Denver police have 1 juvenile suspect in custody. The Villafuerte family believes all the teens who were involved should be held accountable. Reporting near Union Station, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
GoFundMe. She's setting up a wing GoFundMe, man. Planting the seed, man. He was gonna pay for her. He was gonna buy me a car. He was just about to buy a house, and I'm just trying to get the money so I can buy the house that he was just gonna buy, man. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's Sunman Shotty? Or it was another burrito?
Nah, I don't
probably on burritos.
Man.
Here we go. Is this Hezekiah news? Oh yeah.
Is he a pro black?
Yeah.
MCA's in the motherfucking house, you know what I'm saying? The Compton maniac, here to break your ass some mark real pop, you know what I'm saying? Damn, suckers, I go for broke, so don't choke on the smoke. Cause if I hit the chronic, express the rap by Yannick. So enough with
We're gonna die for this. The police trying to lay down the law in a lawless terrain.
Are you going to attend his funeral?
This your car? Things must be pretty good with the lotto game, huh? 2 days and 2 nights of terrorism on America's streets. Gang Street.
What's up, Block?
And I feel doomsday. It's for real. I feel it.
We did this one. I think we did this one before.
Yeah.
Why are they all black? It's an advanced intro.
Gang murder. A vicious cycle of violence and vengeance tearing through Los Angeles at a rate of a death a day. There are gangs of all kinds. Hispanic gangs, a growing number of Asian gangs. But today, most of the killers and victims are black. What you're about to see is a crime story, but it's also a human story, set in a scary America many of us don't know. For 48 hours, a Friday and Saturday, come along with us to a battleground, where some citizens still stand and fight on the side of good, and others simply fight.
5 p.m. Rollout for a 200-member task force in the Los Angeles Police Department's War on Street Gangs.
Who do you hang out with? These guys, what gang?
It is force versus force.
Nobody has any idea. Nobody has nothing.
Huh?
They got to do this every day.
Los Angeles Police Department's War on Street Gangs.
Who do you hang out with? These guys, what gang?
It is force versus force.
Nobody has any idea. Nobody has nothing.
Versus anything or anyone.
You hear some commotion out here a little while ago?
That even hints of gang activity.
Sit down. Sit down. Cross your feet.
Sergeant J.J. May has been fighting youth gangs for 10 years.
Stick your feet out. Cross, my philosophy is If you're involved in gang activity and you get caught dirty and you violated the law, there's no free walks. You go to jail.
In neighborhoods just outside the Los Angeles city limits, the sheriff's anti-gang unit also hits the street, seeking clues to disorganized crime.
You guys know anything about the shooting? No. Did you hear about a shooting? Fairly, you never heard about a shooting? It's your neighborhood, man. I know. Let me ask you, would you tell me if you did? Straight out.
If I did, I'll tell you.
Okay, you know why?
Why?
You'd be real honest. You'd be real honest. You said, look.
Covering hundreds of square miles, Jerry Caono and his colleagues, city and county, encounter in all an estimated 600 different gangs.
Told you the other day, you got to get off the corner. You're going to get shot again.
We like to go around our areas when the light is out, the sun is up, give us a feel for foot traffic we might expect later on in the evening. Tonight being anticipated being a warm night, we're going to have a lot of foot traffic, going to be a lot of parties, going to be a lot of cocaine dealing. What's up, man? Thank you, bud. What's happening tonight? We get out here and we do a lot of serious talking with young people. We, at the same time, are gathering intelligence.
Whose car is this? You don't have any knives or guns on you, do you? How come you're not at your house where you're supposed to be?
I was in the house a while ago.
Put your hands in the car, hon.
You're getting older. I almost don't recognize you anymore.
Last time I saw you, you told me that you were going to go to Louisiana. What happened?
In neighborhoods rife with drug dealing and violent rivalries,
He did go to Louisiana. They went down to Louisiana and brought that shit with them too.
Great Mountain Greasy.
Could have easily been the other way around, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, it wasn't like the Sons weren't down there doing it. They just gave them the Crip and the Blood, umbrella.
suspicion is everywhere.
Hey, my man, is this your car?
The wrong car, the wrong face, in the wrong neighborhood.
Now, if your sister has no job and you got no job, things must be pretty good with the lotto game, huh? Hey, my man, how much money you got back here? $2,100, just in case. Max, for what? Maybe narcotics for sale or something. A lot of money for a man with no job.
What kind of case you got going that you need $2,100 for?
Who's my lawyer?
What type of case?
Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, what kind of case? Don't bullshit this guy. Drug case? For what, sales? For what? Just for possession?
Two of the men were arrested but later released with no charges filed.
Where you going? Hey, where you going? Oh.
Critics contend that sweeps for gang members often border on harassment.
Every time I drive, boom, pull over, get out, knees down, hands up. I know the routine.
Christopher, what's this used for? Let me guess. You're a mailman and you beat the dogs off.
No, an old friend of mine's left that in the car and he used it for fighting. You can throw it over the wall. I don't have to use that. I got my.
Now you know why we start searching your car. Took it away.
You talk very tough to them. Very tough to them. Could you talk that way to citizens in Beverly Hills?
I don't have that problem with citizens in Beverly Hills, you know.
Right, you dumbass. That was a stupid ass question, wasn't it?
He had to throw that in there.
Yeah, what you mean?
Are you treating everyone fairly? No.
Who's that? I got my.
Now you know why we start searching your car. Took it away.
You talk very tough to them. Very tough to them. Could you talk that way to citizens in Beverly Hills?
I don't have that problem with citizens in Beverly Hills, you know. Down here, if you talk nice to them and slap them on the hand a little bit, they're just going to walk around the corner and do something else, you know.
Okay, you guys got the message, right? Yeah. Move these cars and then move your bodies. I don't want to see none of you tonight. None of you.
These guys think they're warriors out here. And much like soldiers or warriors, they'll protect their territories.
Look straight ahead, young man. Look down there at the beach. You got no weapons tonight, huh? How old are you now?
14.
14. You're starting out kind of young, aren't you? Huh?
Guess so.
Yes. What do you mean you guess so? Yes or no?
Yes. I know gang
Yes,
though.
sir.
What is this?
Huh? No, they just some of the 60s want me to dress like this.
Why?
They want me to be a gang member.
They want you to be a gang member, so they tell you to dress like this?
The low-slung baggy pants is typical gang fashion.
Sagging.
Low slung baggy pants is typical gang fashion. So this is like when that shit started. Because I remember dudes from the 70s, older dudes, they thought that shit was some radical shit, man. Sagging pants. They didn't sag their pants in the 70s. Some men.
Oh shit. So you were there, like you remember when
Are you going to attend his funeral?
Nah, I'm talking about like when I was coming on, like I was born in 78. So the older guys in my neighborhood, the guys that would be like 20 and shit, they were born in like the late 60s.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like they was born in 65, 66, 67.
They was wearing bell bottoms and shit.
Yeah, they wasn't wearing sagging pants when they was growing up.
Huh? You are?
They wasn't wearing sagging pants when they were growing up in the 60s and 70s.
You think it's necessary, you know, that he has a young funeral, huh? What school do you go to?
Not far away the next night, a drive-by shooting. 3 injured in the latest violent game of tit for tat.
Got a graze to the head on this guy and a leg wound. This guy's got a shot to the right temple area. Looks like a graze.
You say anything?
No.
Come on, straight out. You know what's up.
They didn't claim no sense.
Did
I don't
this
know
car
who it
drive
was.
by earlier?
Nope.
Anybody throwing any signs?
Nope, I ain't never seen it.
The final toll for our 48 hours will be 196 arrested.
Yeah, we're going to get tough. We're going to get tougher.
4 dead.
And if it takes fear, they fear us, fine. And that's let them fear us.
Now think about if they're not out there, if they're not out here doing this shit, imagine how many people would be dead. If they're not arresting all these people and just being a presence and rousting people and talking to people and what I'm saying, just being a nuisance and making their presence known. Imagine what this place would be like.
The show would turn into Magadiju. Shout out to CT.
Yeah, man. Shout out to it'd be a fucking third world country, man. They keeping it together, and yet they have to be perfect. They have to be
They
perfect.
can't talk to him too tough.
Yeah, amongst this though, but no one like chasing all these bad guys around. They can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, they have to be ethical and above board with everything while dealing with people who don't care about any of that. They don't have any rules. They don't have any real codes of conduct.
Consideration ain't really their strong suit.
Yeah.
So it's like fighting with one hand tied behind your back.
Yep. Yep.
And you're not even fighting like a regular human. You're fighting a goddamn primordial ape. Prefrontal cortex ain't developed.
Incredibly dense bone structure.
Yeah, he got long ass arms. That's a tall task for
Fast
anyone.
twitch, muscle fiber, tear you to pieces in an instant.
Yeah.
No impulse control.
Perfect killing machine.
Facts, man. Yeah, guys, great show, man. All things considered, man. All things considered, this has been a rough show, man. Rough day, man. But hopefully we come back tomorrow, man. And make it happen again, man. Hit the like button at least on the way out, man. Likes looking crazy, man. But same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Peace up.
Peace.
Night, fellas.
All right, peace.